The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. The unexamined life is not worth living. I know that I am intelligent, because I know that I know nothing. I cannot teach anybody anything. I can only make them think. Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle. True wisdom comes to each of us when we realize how little we understand about life, ourselves, and the world around us. Wonder is the beginning of wisdom. Strong minds discuss ideas, average minds discuss events, weak minds discuss people. To find yourself, think for yourself. Education is the kindling of a flame, not the filling of a vessel. By all means marry. If you get a good wife, you'll become happy. If you get a bad one, you'll become a philosopher. He who is not contented with what he has, would not be contented with what he would like to have. Be slow to fall into friendship, but when you are in, continue firm and constant. Sometimes you put walls up not to keep people out, but to see who cares enough to break them down. The secret of happiness, you see, is not found in seeking more, but in developing the capacity to enjoy less. Know thyself. Let him who would move the world first move himself. Contentment is natural wealth, luxury is artificial poverty. Death may be the greatest of all human blessings. Employ your time in improving yourself by other men's writings, so that you shall come easily by what others have labored hard for. The hour of departure has arrived, and we go our separate ways, I to die, and you to live. Which of these two is better, only God knows. The only good is knowledge, and the only evil is ignorance. Do not do to others what angers you if done to you by others. I am not an Athenian or a Greek, but a citizen of the world. Every action has its pleasures and its price. Prefer knowledge to wealth, for the one is transitory, the other perpetual. We cannot live better than in seeking to become better. My friend, care for your psyche, know thyself, for once we know ourselves, we may learn how to care for ourselves. The hottest love has the coldest end. Those who are hardest to love need it the most. Get not your friends by bare compliments, but by giving them sensible tokens of your love. Worthless people love only to eat and drink, people of worth eat and drink only to live. It is not difficult to avoid death, gentlemen of the jury. It is much more difficult to avoid wickedness, for it runs faster than death. No one knows whether death may not be the greatest of all blessings for a man, yet men fear it as if they knew it was the greatest of evils. Be of good cheer about death, and know this of a truth, that no evil can happen to a good man, either in life or after death. The wise man seeks death all his life, and for this reason death is not terrifying to him. In childhood be modest, in youth temperate, in adulthood just, and in old age prudent. If the whole world depends on today's youth, I can't see the world lasting another 100 years. The greatest blessing granted to mankind come by way of madness, which is a divine gift. He is richest who is content with the least, for content is the wealth of nature. Be the kind of person that you want people to think you are. Children nowadays are tyrants. They contradict their parents, gobble their food, and tyrannize their teachers. Think not those faithful who praise all thy words and actions, but those who kindly reprove thy faults. We can easily forgive a child who is afraid of the dark. The real tragedy of life is when men are afraid of the light. Not life, but good life, is to be chiefly valued. Only the extremely ignorant, or the extremely intelligent, can resist change. The greatest way to live with honor in this world, is to be what we pretend to be. The way to gain a good reputation, is to endeavor to be what you desire to appear. When the debate is lost, slander becomes the tool of the loser. The easiest and noblest way is not to be crushing others, but to be improving yourselves. When you want wisdom and insight as badly as you want to breathe, it is then you shall have it. Remember that there is nothing stable in human affairs, therefore avoid undue elation in prosperity, or undue depression in adversity. Remember, what is unbecoming to do, is also unbecoming to speak of. Be as you wish to seem. Be nicer than necessary to everyone you meet. Everyone is fighting some kind of battle. I call myself a peaceful warrior, because the battles we fight are on the inside. The value of a man is measured in the number of those who stand beside him, not those who follow. Nothing is so well learned as that which is discovered. The envious person grows lean with the fatness of their neighbor. I know you won't believe me, but the highest form of human excellence is to question oneself and others. Nobody is qualified to become a statesman who is entirely ignorant of the problem of wheat. It is better to change an opinion, than to persist in a wrong one. Understanding a question is half an answer. The ancient oracle said that I was the wisest of all the Greeks. It is because I alone, of all the Greeks, know that I know nothing. Whatever authority I may have rests solely on knowing how little I know. I shall never fear or avoid things of which I do not know. Knowledge is our ultimate good. Thank you for listening to these life-changing quotes. Subscribe to our channel, so you can listen more life-changing quotes of different inspiring people.